Well, hello, everybody. We are super excited about this Sunday evening, and we want to go ahead and get this party started right. We need everybody who's in the Zoom room and everybody who's on Facebook Live. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Let us know where you are chiming in from, whatever part of the woods you come from, whatever side of the field you're in and on. Let us know your city, even nation. I'm sure we'll have some international family members with us on this evening, and we're excited for each and every one of you in the Travorium family, wherever you are worldwide, 65 plus nations strong and growing. And we want to acknowledge you. You could be doing anything right about now. You could be taking a nap. You could be finishing up some work in your yard. Unless you're in San Antonio, you wouldn't do that because it's about 105 degrees out there. But you could be doing something else. But we know that you're here for a reason. You're on purpose, and we're excited about it. Let me see. I'm getting a message from my ambassador. I want to make sure we're good to go on her side. Let's see. Coach D, give me just one moment. We have a whole crew, and they are over there in Colombia, Cartagena, I believe. And I'm kind of jealous because they didn't take me in their suitcase. And man, they've been celebrating. Someone said they're 66. We don't believe it though. They say they're 66, but they don't ever get tired. So we're very excited about what's about to happen. Y'all keep putting the information in your chat. Coach D, I think you should be good to go now. You should be good to go. So as we're getting everything in place and in position, let me go ahead and go to some of these notes in the chat here. And let me acknowledge that we have Altamonte Springs, Florida is in the house because the Lloyds are here. We also have Elder Michelle Campbell. She'll be on the screen with us tonight from St. Louis representing Betty Williams, North Carolina. I like to refer to that as North Kakalaki. That's how my brother and I used to say it when we were always going down south for us. We got Verena Culpepper is here from sunny Las Vegas. I wonder how much sun y'all got. Probably blazing heat. We got, let's see here. Okay, that's about, I know I got a lot more people. I'm not seeing those, so y'all keep those coming. Now I'm going to go to Facebook real quick, and I'm going to see who's chiming in there. Of course, we got the ambassador, Coach Cynthia Sly, holding it down for all of Maryland, and she's going to be on the screen and bless us tonight. We got Ambassador Keith Brown out of Chi-Town representing and holding it down. Chandrella, she's not working in the yard. I think she's back to San Antonio. Let me know if the kids are back. You got them back safely. Floyd is here, representing Cleveland. Guys, we got a good spread across this great US of A. And that's one of the things I love about what we do the most. I mean, you just get so connected to people from all over the country. But it's not just national, y'all. We are literally, I'm going to say it again, just in case you didn't hear me, in more than 65 nations strong and growing. I'm making a co-host for Coach Cynthia and Coach D and Elder Michelle. I think you all should be good to go. And let's see if Coach D has any words for us before I get into the presentation of it all. Coach D, see if you can turn your camera on and let me once again say happy birthday to you, my dear. We're grateful for you. Look at you.
Oh, wow. Can you see me?
I can.
Oh, Lord. I'm sitting here on let me see if I can turn the camera around for a minute. I don't know how to do this on my iPad. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. I'm sitting here. So I'm sitting out here. We just came from dinner. So this is actually,
that Kathy?
That's my Kathy.
Hey, all right.
Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh my God, happy birthday. All right.
He said, happy birthday, sis. So we sitting out here. The pool is out here.
Now, what time is it there?
The Central Time is actually Central Time, which is
Okay.
kind of shocking.
Okay. So dark.
Yeah, it gets dark a little early here, which is
Okay.
kind of amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it started getting dark about 6.
Oh, okay. Different hemisphere.
Yeah,
Change of region. It's 8 here,
change.
and it's look like broad daylight.
Yeah. So, well, good evening, everyone. Thank you. Pastor Mel is going to be in charge tonight. I am sitting up here. Hopefully, we don't have too much background noise, but this place has been amazing. I have learned a lot. We actually booked this particular resort in our back office and saved about $1,500. And it actually is a resort. It's actually not just a hotel. It's a actual resort. We get breakfast every day. It's one of the historical hotels. It was the first hotel built in Cartagena, Colombia, that started what they call modern town. So they got old world town and then they got modern town. And so, but it is really a nice place. And then come Wednesday, I believe, Wednesday or Tuesday, we will have probably over close to 40 people here for our world tour, and which is absolutely amazing. The Davis family, about 15, I think it's 15 or 17 of them coming. That's part of it. And then all of my children are here, my grandchildren, my great granddaughter, we're all here. And then we have Kim Graham coming and her sister, I believe, are coming, and some more other people that I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but we should have a good time. And I figured out a lot of stuff, y'all, since I've been here. I was telling them one thing you want to make sure you do is you get a good translator on your phone and that speaks, because nobody speaks English. You find very few people and it can be very frustrating. Two, you want to make sure you do transfer your money or be prepared to use a card. And you always use pesos instead of a US money, or they're going to charge you more. So those are some of the things that we have definitely learned. They do have Uber over here. You don't want to catch one of the yellow cabs because they'll scam you. Uh, so we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot, and we're prepared for the group. Um, and that's it. I mean, it is beautiful. The beaches, so they have private beaches and they have public beaches. And the private beaches have a lot of people. It's very congested. The city is very congested because it was only built for maybe 100,000 people, and they have over 1 million people here now.
Wow.
So the driving, don't come, if you come in here, do not drive. Get you a driver, but do not drive. Yeah, they have over 1 million. They said from the US, they have people have moved here from Atlanta, New York, California, like LA, and those are the primary cities. Atlanta, New York. He told me 4 cities, and but yeah, they're not building like they should, and so the traffic is bad, really, really bad. It's kind of scary how they drive, and so other than that, it's a great town. It's a beautiful atmosphere. It's nice, and I've enjoyed my birthday. I just want to say this in closing, and I'll come back later, but I had an amazing birthday. And I wanted to spend my birthday with my children this year. And me and Kathy usually spend our birthdays together these last 3 years. Even we've been together on our birthday. And so we decided to come here. My son comes here all the time. My daughter's been here, and they talk about how beautiful it is. They want to buy property over here. And I have all of my children, my granddaughters, and we have had a blast. They have celebrated me well, and it's amazing because the last 2 years have been really hell for us. I know sometimes we look good on Facebook and we look good to people, but nobody knows the backstory. You know, the backstory is, you know, Guy passed right before my birthday. And then we went to end up going to Jamaica. But it was, and then last year I had melanary thyroid cancer. So my kids have had to deal with a lot in the last 2 years. And so to be able to celebrate, and they bought me this beautiful ceremonial ring. Uh, and you know, they just glad to have me alive, and I'm just glad to be alive. And I can say that I am cancer free. I have no cancer in my body, and I am a blessed woman. I want to give a shout out to my team, to Team Legacy, and all the teams that make up Team Legacy. Thank you so much for standing with me and by me. Pastor Mel, I love you, and Kendra. And somebody sent me something today about one of my good friends, he sent me something today about pretty much giving accolades while people can hear them instead of waiting until the funeral, right? We should tell people what we feel about them at their birthday celebration. Amen. And yeah, instead of at their funeral, because at their funeral they can't hear you. So if you got something good to say to me, say it. And Pastor Mel, I am happy. I am excited. I'm glad that you and Kendra and my friend Cynthia Sly, we've been together the last couple of years since she's almost become a ride and live person for me. Jennifer, it's just so many people. I mean, even the UK team, it's just so many people who have been an inspiration to me to these last 2 years. So I am 66 years young, but I found out today that I am vintage, honey. Hey. I am vintage. So praise God. And I'm going to let you go to do the presentation. Thank you so much for giving me this time, and shout out. So I love you. And after the presentation, I'll be back.
We love you more, Coach. Listen, we're going to need to inspect some of those glasses over there for you and Elder Kathy, see what y'all drinking, because we've been seeing some things. Word is getting around. Cheers! Praise God. We want to give a big shout out. We got a few more chiming in. Let's see. We got Donna from Delaware is in the house. We got Gregory all the way, and Maria all the way from Northern California, Richmond to be exact, they say. We got Dr. Phyllis Terry is here. Amen. And Marcy is here. So it's time to go, y'all. I think that we got all of those out the way. And listen, I don't know when your birthday is, but like she just said, happy birthday to you, whatever your birth month is. And you can celebrate just like she's celebrating right now. That's what this thing is all about. Life is too short and we are far too fragile to play around. You better live while you're alive. And we're going to share with you some information that's going to follow suit with that. Let me see if I can get it pulled up just right. If I can make it do what it's supposed to do. And you should be seeing my screen right about now. Now, if you're seeing my screen properly, let me know in the chat that you can see it and you can still hear me at the same time. Now, the one thing this does, I can't see any of the chat inside the Zoom. That's why I keep it on Facebook here at the same time. So I would like to respond to those I see. I'm not able to see any comments inside of the Zoom room. Y'all, please forgive me for that. But we're going to talk about this information. Once again, you better live while you're alive. And we got some help right here. We got some help from Travorium to put some life within our life. Because some of us, we might be 30, 40, 50, 70 and up, but I don't think we've started living yet. You don't have to die and go to heaven to start living. Come on. I believe in eternal and I believe in the abundant. And we can get some of this abundant right here. And thank God for Travorium. Somebody put that in the comments. Thank God for Travorium. We are a better life company. Here's our motto, and we're sticking to it. A better life requires a better way. Thank you, Maria Cannon. Thank you so much. A better life requires a better way. Pound that into the keyboard. Hashtag A better life requires what? A better way. See, some of us are still using that old way. We're still, come on, caught up on that cassette tape stuff. That's an upgrade for some. Some of us are still on that 8-track. Come on now, talk back to me. And we better learn quick, fast, and in a hurry. We are in a digital world. Things have changed. And if you're still trying to do everything the old way, you better catch up as quickly as you can. A better life requires a better way. Now, we're going to talk about travel, and travel is the backdrop of everything that we offer. It's the foundation. But really, to be honest with you, it is a means to our overall purpose and objective. Remember, I already told you we're a better life company, so don't get it twisted. We're a travel company. Come on here. But the reality is we're a better life company. And we talk about travel to get you to the position of a better life, because we know, like what Coach D is doing. Come on. Who wouldn't want to spend, after all the hell that she's already been through, who wouldn't want to spend their moments with family, with children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and a host of great friends who are coming there to celebrate with you? Man, you can't do much better than that. That's what this thing is about. And I love what her friend said. Why wait to the funeral to say all of these wonderful things? Why not do it while you're alive? And why not join the team while you can? And guys, maybe your next birthday, your next anniversary, your next whatever it may be, you need to make sure that you're using this program to have those wonderful times like this. So we're talking about travel, but we're talking about a better life, y'all. And here's what I know. Most of us, as it goes to the travel side, if we're not in this program, we are wasting good money. We are throwing it out of the window. We are setting it on fire. We are shredding it in the paper. Come on. We're destroying Benjamins by not being a part of this travel club. Some of you have been looking from afar. Let me point you out. Let me call you out. I ain't going to call your name, but you know who you are. You've been looking at this thing way too long. You've been praying way too long, if that's what you want to call it. You've been doing far too much research. It's not that complicated. It's not that complex. It's really simple. You're either going to save money when you travel, or you're going to waste money when you travel. Did y'all hear what I said? You're either going to save money when you travel, or you're going to waste money when you travel. And let me simplify it. If you're not using the Travorium Travel Club when you travel, you're on the latter. You're wasting it. Here's what happens with people when they don't have our travel club. Number one, they're paying ridiculously high retail prices. I hope you caught that. You're paying ridiculously high retail prices. Now, you probably didn't know this, but it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you're on the Priceline side or the Expedia side or any of those other interrelated companies, and they change all the time. But the bottom line is 6 in this pocket, half a dozen in the other. Is exactly the same thing. Their prices are within pennies of one another. And no matter which family you go in, it's all the same thing. They're all retail. Even when you use your favorite travel agent. Kendra and I have been travel agents now for 11 years, so we can tell you this with a sense of authority. We do great business helping people who need a travel agent, but the best price you'll ever get is not using your travel agent. It's in this travel club. That's why 5 years ago we became members ourselves. Number two, if you don't have this program, you don't have this platform called Travorium, the Better Life Company, you're probably running up credit cards when you travel. Now, the book I read tells me that that's not a wise decision, because the borrower is servant to the lender. I think we should be getting out of debt as quickly as we can. Now, nothing wrong with putting it on the plastic. Just don't seal your fate in concrete. Pay that thing off early every month before the interest kicks in. Use it wisely, but don't let that thing stack up and then you pack on more. Guys, we used to take, now this was us back in the day, we used to take one vacation on credit card, and then by the time we got back, the credit card bill came and the interest and all that. Man, we needed another vacation when we started looking at the debt. Do you hear what I'm saying? And then by the time you paid the principal and the interest, you could have paid for 2 and 3 vacations. You understand what I'm saying? This is what people are doing. They're running up their credit card debt, and they don't have to if they had some Travorium in their life. Number 3, here's another one. Let me just puke a little bit right here. Every time I read the word timeshare, I get a little sick, get a little nauseous in my stomach because, guys, they got me good. They got me coming and going. I thought I really had something, not just the first time, but the second time and the third time. We had 3 timeshares, but we just didn't know what we didn't know. And maybe that's you. Maybe it's your friend. Maybe it's a family member. Whoever it is, pass the word. Hashtag no more timeshares. Why? Because you'll never win with a timeshare. Maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, things were different. But once again, the landscape has changed, guys, and you don't want to be using a timeshare for your travel. You want to be using this club. In fact, we've gone to the place where we used to have our last timeshare. We were paying $379 a month. Whether we use it or not, that was the mortgage and the maintenance fee, all that type of stuff. But guys, we've gone there in this program in Travorium, and we paid $59 for the entire week. You do the math on that. Guys, are you catching this memo? I hope it's making sense to you. How do folk travel when they don't have Travorium? They stay with other people, y'all. Let me give you a news flash. Them folk don't want you to stay with them so long and so often. 2 mistakes. Don't stay so long and don't stay so often. You say, well, that's my mom. Well, still, don't stay so long and don't stay so often. God bless the child that has their own. Nothing like coming into town and getting that 5-star resort, that diamond property, and staying there, and then go back and forth and visit, and then have them to come to see you so they can see what you're working with. You're going to really appreciate this program, guys, because you can stay in 5-star resorts and hotels and pay 1- and 2-star prices. Number 5, if you don't have Travorium in your life, here's what happens, guys. Folk who don't have this program, I meet them all the time. They're grown men and women. But guys, when you look at their travel behind them, they've not had any experiences outside of, if they were born in one town, they're pretty much staying in that region. They're staying in that state. Come on, how many of y'all know folk that never left their state? Lord have mercy. There are people who never left their city. I was speaking to some people today. There are people definitely who never left their region of the country, and certainly people who've never left the nation and traveled internationally. And guys, there's a lot of countries out there to see. So here's how most people are traveling. They go to sleep and they dream about it. Did you hear what I said? They go to, that's their travel. They found the time, whatever capsule, and they dream about traveling. But let me fix this for you. We're going to give you a better time machine. We're going to show you how to travel, guys. You're still going to dream, but this time your eyes can be open. And that's why we do what we do. And we're so excited and we're so grateful for the Hart family, Mr. and Mrs. Hart, their sons, and their corporate office. Guys, they've put this thing together. We're in our 10th year. March was our anniversary, our 10th anniversary. So we're now operating in a way, guys, between our 10th and our 11th year, guys, and we're seeing nothing but phenomenal growth. Records are being broken every single month. In fact, this is a debt-free company. It didn't just get that way. It started that way and it's continued that way the entire time. We've paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions to everyday, ordinary people around the globe, just like you and I. And if you're looking for an opportunity to step into some better living, hello, guys, you found it. Because, guys, we're still just scratching the surface after all this time. Travorium itself, you better mark this down and record these words. Travorium itself is destined to become a household name. Say it again. We are destined to become a household name. When you think of travel, Travorium is going to be the way, guys, that you remember what travel is all about. Here's what we've done. We've put ourselves in the center of the largest industry on the planet. About $9 trillion a year is being spent. It's the business opportunity of people's dreams. Some people call it a side hustle, but you can do this thing part-time. You can do this thing full-time, or you can do this thing no time. It's really up to you. But guys, I think you should really do this thing because there's nothing like it. We don't have to stack up and pack up anything in our closet. We don't have to put any junk in the trunk. We don't have to try any lotion or potion or none of that stuff, guys. None of the coffees. And shout out to all the family members who got that going on. I mean, you're losing weight and all that type of stuff. And that's a good thing, I guess. But the thing of it is, guys, I'll say it this way. I used to even think that travel is for everybody. Now I know that it's just for folk that got a pulse. Did you hear what I said? I used to think that travel was for everybody, but now I know it's just for folk who have a pulse. And if you have a pulse, guys, you should be traveling. It is literally medication for your soul. It is literally, guys, therapy for your heart. It is literally ministry for yourself, your family, and whoever else is listening to you right now. When you travel, put this down, you look better. Come on here. Some of y'all need to get a trip right there. When you travel, you look better. You feel better. You talk better. When you travel, guys, things will happen to your blood pressure that it's just not going to be the same if you kept your hips at home. So I want to make sure y'all understand we got our hands on a great thing, guys, and we're super, super excited. Listen, you met Ambassador Coach Deborah Taylor, and let me put some respect on that. Double Ambassador Coach Deborah Taylor. She'll tell you this. Wait, we only do 3 things. Let me simplify this stuff and get out your way. 3 things we do. Number 1, we travel with substantially discounted prices. Number 2, we show you how to travel for free. And number 3, if you're paying attention, and let me say it this way, if you can't pay money, at least pay attention. This will help you. Make sure you get this. We show people how to get paid to travel. Let me hear from you in the chat. If you're number 1, put it in there. If you're number 2, you know what to do. And if you are number 3, you just like me. Put it in the chat real quick. I want to hear from my number 1s, my number 2s, my number 3s, and maybe you're all of the above. Put it in the chat. We've mastered the ability to be able to show anybody who's coachable how to do all 3 of those things. Here's what Mr. Warren Buffett said, and this is why it's so appropriate. Because the economy has changed drastically from the Leave It to Beaver period that our parents and grandparents grew up in, where it was a 1-income household, and daddy did his thing and took care of the whole house and everything. Man, let me tell you something. There are about 5 daddies in the country like that. Did you hear what I said? About 5 of them. But everybody else better have some other streams of income. So the thing of it is, guys, Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest persons on the planet, he knows what he's saying, guys. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And God forbid, you don't want that to be you. And you need a B plan that can undergird your A plan. Because guys, let me tell you about that A plan. Some of us have put so much time, energy, and effort building someone else's dream, building someone else's vision without having our own, at the expense of not having our own. And then at the last minute, they slip that carpet out from under your feet, guys. And that's a miserable feeling when they tell you you've been downsized or right-sized. Hey, Lorraine, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Doc Finley. Much love to you. Guys, I'm telling you, the way they will lay folk off today, you could have been the most faithful, the most loyal employee, doing everything by the numbers, check on every single thing they told you to do. And the next thing you know, you can't even get in the building. Did y'all hear what I said? You better learn to be loyal to you and your family. That's where your loyalty is really owed. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to turn in your resignation paper. I'm just telling you, you need a B plan. And this is the perfect place to have a B plan that can really, if you choose, become an A plan too. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Guys, that's why we do what we do, because we believe you should live while you're alive. And look at all these ways to live with the activities you see, whether you want to go on that cruise, whether you want to visit the resorts, whether you want to go on the tours, and that's, you've been thinking about New York or Chicago or Florida or somewhere in California, Vegas, and you always wanted to learn more about that city. Well, go on one of our world tours and then just take tours while you get there. Go to all the shows. Or maybe you like group travel, like Coach D, and you're going to have a team of about 40 people there celebrating with you. Man, what a time, what a time, what a time. When we did Jamaica, a few years back, we had over 60 people in our team, guys. We did some of everything. You said, man, I don't like being around folk like that. I don't know people like that. Well, you can go by yourself and do what you do, just you and your boo, if that's what you want to do. Do you? It doesn't make a difference, but we have opportunities for you. Every single thing, whether you want to rent a car, go see the shows, or just stay in the hotel and sleep. Guys, this is the way to do it, up to 70% off. I'm going to share with you the powerful search engines we have. We have what we call a net zero search engine. And in this particular search engine, you're getting true blue travel agent rates. You better call Tyrone and ask somebody. I see you there, man. Listen. Net zero booking is available. Now, if you're a travel agent, you're already getting that. But if you're not a travel agent, you are not on that list. Let me show you how to get to the list. Become a member in the club. That way you will never have to pay commissions to anybody for anything on the travel that you book. Here's a perfect example. You see it right here on the screen. And these are just examples of the types of savings that you can get when you're using Travorium. In this particular example here, guys, look at that savings. That's well over, look at the difference. That's well over $1,000, actually over $1,200 of savings at the exact same hotel, the exact same dates. You're just using a different platform to get there. It's called Travorium. So you'll always have that inventory to pull from. There are well over 2 million properties. So you no longer want to go to Priceline, Expedia, and Kayak, and Hotel de Villa, none of them. You want to go to Travorium, and the way you do that, you get with the person that shared this information with you, and you'll be able to tap into that type of savings all day, every day, around the clock. But here's the second part, and I love this even better. The Dreamcation platform. Guys, in the net zero pricing, there are over 2 million properties, but in the Dreamcation, guys, there's about 2,000 plus properties. Guys, we just booked a particular well, I'm going to share with you in just a moment, but we just booked a few getaways. In fact, we got Vegas in just a couple of weeks. Behind that, we got Waikiki, Hawaii. And the next month, September, after that, we got Dubai. Guys, we've paid less than $500 for all of those together. You better hear what I'm trying to tell you. In the Dreamcation portfolio, there's over 2,000 destinations all around the world and back. Are y'all catching this? Let me give you a few examples. Venice, Italy, guys. Why are you going to pay almost $1,200 when we can get the same thing for you for $360? Dubai, book that one for September. Why are you going to pay $700 plus, almost $800? And actually, if you go on different sites, you can go as high as $1,200. Why are you going to pay $8 to $12 when we can get the same thing for you? The 5-star experience, 6 days, 5 nights, breakfast included for 2. We can get it to you for $99. Do the math with me. Get your calculator out, guys. 6 days, 5 nights. When you're at a 5-star resort like what we're staying here in Dubai, guys, for breakfast alone, you're paying $30, $40, $50 for each person who eats breakfast. Guys, it's breakfast for 2. I'll use the low side of the equation. $30 for 2 each day, that's $60. We'll be there 6 mornings. Are you with me? That's $360 worth of breakfast, and we pay $99 for the whole thing, plus the 5-star room accommodation. Make it make sense while you're still asking questions. Montego Bay, guys, we got a big group that just got back from Montego Bay. Shout out to each and every one of them. $612 is what they paid for this 5-star all-inclusive experience. Guys, the food alone will cost more than $600. Did you hear what I say? For one person. Guys, this was for 2. And it included the room. Everybody else is paying well upwards of more than $1,700. In many cases, more than $2,000 to be exact. Keith, we got to hook up, man. We'll see you in Waikiki in August, and we'll see you the second session in Dubai in September. Definitely want to hook up, guys. That's what we call the Dreamcation escapes. But now I want to show you my favorite part. These are the world tours. And I can't run through all of them because it's too many. So we got over 2 million properties net zero, over 2,000 Dreamcation getaways, and then we have about 100 world tours. They start every March and they run all the way straight into December. Guys, we're talking about New York. Guys, we're talking about Menorca, Spain. We're talking about Cartagena, Colombia. That's where Coach D is right now. Look at that price. Are you telling me you got to go talk to somebody? You got to think this over? Make that make sense. 5 days and 4 nights, $1? want to know who you talking to. Italy, guys. Why not go to one of our world tours in Italy? 5 days and 4 nights. It's going to cost you $149 at this 4-star experience. Look at Spain again. $99, y'all. Breakfast is included. Phuket, Thailand. That's good God. That's 7 days and 6 nights for $1. Man, if you go, there's no dollar menu at the fast food. It's not even $1 anymore. And we're sharing with you that you can stay at a beachfront cottage 4-star resort. Puerto Vallarta, guys, $40 a day. That's 5 days, 4 nights, and that is all inclusive. Italy again, Malaga, Spain, Cozumel. That's the buy for you guys. It's changing lives for a lot of people. This is why we say a better life requires a better way. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Look at this 5-star experience. Under $450. And yes, that's a 5-star resort, and breakfast and dinner is included. Guys, we went out to a 5-star dining experience, and it's every bit of $100 per person or more. And we're showing you how you can stay there 5 days, 4 nights for 2 with breakfast and dinner, and the room is included in that equation. And it's at the motherland. It's in the motherland. I don't know what to tell you. Punta Cana, guys, Dominican Republic. Shout out to the Davis family. They're my most favorite example of this. They went to this resort, and guys, I think they had like 20, 21 members. With 20 or 21 members, the total expense, because of this membership, they spread it out. It was about $3,000 altogether. If they would not have had this membership for all the members in their family, and I love how they do things, and this wasn't the only place they've been together this way. That's a hint and a clue right there. But guys, if they would not have had this program, it would have cost them well over $13,000 for the exact same thing. You better talk to whoever's in charge of your family reunion is what I'm trying to tell you. You better get them on the phone and say, y'all wasting good money. Look at Spain, guys. Look at this program. Paris, France. Man, when we got to France, man, let me tell you something. I knew that, good God, I knew this thing was real. Well, I knew it was real before that. But when we got to Paris, you better ask somebody. We did that thing up. We got lost on the trains, which was fun. We went to as many excursions as we could. But guess what? 5 days wasn't enough time. What does that mean? We got to go back. Who wants to go back to Paris? Guys, look at this plan. 5 days, 4 nights at this 4-star hotel. Breakfast is included, and it's only $379. Let me just say it this way in short, guys. We're going all over. Do you see the picture frame? The only thing that's missing is you. And here's what I would do if I were you, and I'm not, but I think you should. Get with the person that shared this with you, because it's bigger than travel. And if you're not using this program, you're wasting good money. What did I say? You're setting it on fire, or you're throwing it through the shredder. It's your money. You do with it what you want. But I think you should change your ways. Guys, I'm out of time. I'm not even going to talk about this powerful compensation plan. The reason I'm not going to do it is because, guys, if you don't believe what I've already showed you, the money doesn't matter. I'll summarize it this way. We have people that have earned far more money doing this part-time than they're getting paid on their full-time job. Go figure. We have people who took decades to get to a 6-figure income status working for corporate America or working for the government. It took them 10, 15, 20, 30 years to get to where they were. And in 5 years' time, they've been able to exceed that income with this opportunity. Do the math. I'm not telling you to quit your job. We're not making you any pie-in-the-sky promises, but we're saying that if you come to the table with work ethic, if you come to the table like a student willing to learn, if you come to this table, you're going to find out just what we've been saying all along. A better life requires a better way. And guys, I promise you, we have found it. I'm out of time, so let me get this done. I'm going to ask them to come back on the screen. I want to get Coach Cynthia. I want to get Elder Michelle. And I want to get Coach D back on. And we want to have a conversation, because some folk don't believe what they should believe. Coach, you know what I'm talking about. How you do? Girl, you got it going on over there.
Hey, Pastor Mel, whoa. I'm signing up all over again.
And I'm gonna sign up with you too.
Oh man, that was powerful.
Bless you, bless you. Elder Michelle, can you turn your camera on? Let me make sure it's not on my side. You should be. Yeah, you're good, 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 good. You're muted. You're muted.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Loud and
All
clear.
right, bless the Lord. I'm with Ambassador Cynthia. If I wasn't in this club, I would be yanking on my husband. Hey, we got to do this. We got to do this. Yeah.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Coach D, I'm gonna have you to take it from here and tell us the direction you want to go.
All right. Well, I do got a lot of background noise.
We can hear you loud and clear.
You can hear me? Great.
Yeah,
great.
we don't hear any background noise. Just you.
My sister gonna get me because she told me don't come on here and enjoy my night. So I'm gonna let her close and you close, but I want to talk to Michelle. Because Michelle, me and Kathy sitting here trying to plan y'all 70 birthday party. Can you believe?
All right now.
And I'm telling her we need to take a cruise. And I know you just came back from a cruise on a cruise line that I have never heard of. And I was a travel agent. I don't remember hearing about that cruise line. So I want you to tell us about it. Tell us how you got the cruise. And I know you just got back. And I know it's your husband's first time cruising. So just how much money did you save and all that kind of stuff?
Well. Let me kind of share how this started with this cruise. My cousin, Clarence and Kathy, they was looking on this cruise and everything. So I said, okay, let me go back in and look at my back office and see what I can find. So I was able to find a deluxe balcony suite, 2 drink packages. I had to make sure, I'm gonna say it, I shame the devil. Make sure that it has some 1800 in there for my husband. It's his first cruise, so I wanted him to enjoy himself. So we got 2 drink packages, 2 spas. I mean, the spas was deluxe spas. I'm like, oh my God. And I only paid $1,100 for 2. So I'm not gonna say what my other family and friends paid, but I told them they need to get on this presentation and see what I know and do what I do. So Coach D and Kathy, I think the kids are up ahead of you. You know, I have 5 other family members in here and they also talking about a cruise for my 70th birthday. So we're gonna do this thing one more time.
Wow. That's excellent.
How much did you say?
I don't know how much I saved, but I know I only spent $1,100.
You don't know how much your family had to pay? That was looked like it was an expensive cruise.
I don't count nobody's money. I don't count people's money.
Ooh.
You know, I just tell them what I did and what y'all should do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. So tell us about the ship.
Well, the ship
What
is
was
the
that?
MSC cruise line. Beautiful ship. We ran into a couple of storms, but we didn't feel no motion in the ocean. We was on one of the decks where the rain came in and the crew was on top of it. They were steady getting it out. We didn't have to move. And it was so crazy. The young folks, they just took their shoes off and just started dancing in the water. But it was amazing. The food, I posted some of the food. The food was good. I mean, you know, my husband one of them picky people, so he couldn't say too much. You know, he couldn't say too much. But it was his first cruise. He enjoyed it. And Dee Dee asked him, would he do another one? He said yes. So I'm excited. We had the 10th, we was on 1023. That was our suite. And we felt no motion of the ocean. I had went and bought motion sickness pills, the motion band. I did all of that to make sure he would have a good time. But he had a good time and we didn't have to use none of it.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. That is amazing. I'm interested in because you know, when I was a travel agent, everybody wanted to book Carnival or Royal Caribbean. especially, they wasn't trying to do celebrity or any of the high-end cruises. And I know that cruise is probably a high-end cruise. So I am
I
impressed.
think it was kind of bougie cruise. It was a bougie cruise.
It was a bougie cruise.
It was a bougie cruise.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Just stay there. Miss Cynthia, you looking fly
here
tonight.
I'm
You
She
look
fly,
fly.
she fly, man.
You are fly. You looking like $1 million ambassador. Executive chairman tonight,
Right.
girl. Where you been, girl? You dating the hubby? Lord, where he at?
He's here. He's here. That's for sure. He is here. I tell you what, man, I'm just listening to Pastor Mel go over this Travorium. I don't understand it. I don't understand why in the world people aren't just lined up to get into this. This thing is incredible. Most of y'all know my story. I've been in network marketing for about 3 decades. And let me tell you something, you guys. When I joined Travorium, I joined for the membership. Coach D and Pastor Mel, they will tell you, I was not building in this business for almost 2 years. I mean, a real transparent moment, I was in another company. And so I couldn't build, I couldn't post, but I was not crazy. I'm like, these deals are just too good to pass up. And you guys, I joined in a pandemic.
Wow.
When we couldn't even leave our house.
Wow.
But I wasn't crazy. And so, you guys, let's go to people who have some sense. Some people, no matter what you tell them, they're just not going to get involved because they always thinking it's a catch. They always thinking it's a scam or hidden charges or something. But we really need to reach up and talk to people who understand that 1 + 1 is 2. Okay. And 2 + 2 is 4. Sometimes we're talking to people, no matter what you say, they're just not going to join because, they just not going to do it. But, professional networkers, you guys, we don't join things and be customers. If we can't build in it, we really don't join. And so it says volumes that I was in this for 2 years. Now, I wasn't crazy. I got my 3, okay? Because I didn't want to pay that monthly. But I sat at 1-star director, you guys, for years. And I appreciated that $10 a month and $100 monthly lifestyle bonus. So, hey, I did a lot with that. And so let's not overthink this. If you're a guest on this Zoom tonight, y'all, let's not overthink this. I mean, there is no losing here. If you join as a business partner, everything that you pay, everything that you do as it relates to lifestyle is a tax write-off.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. I mean, how could you not get passionate about this? Because like Pastor Mel said, you're throwing away good money. You're setting money on fire if you're paying retail. And so, y'all, there's just nothing more to say. Like Pastor Mel said, he had some more slides. He was like, y'all, if y'all don't see this by now, ain't nothing on them rest of the slides gonna convince you either. And like Michelle said, she tries to tell her family, but they're, set on paying retail. She get the discount and she have fun. She got more shopping money in her pocket. She got more activities, money in her pocket, and then she can come home and write it off her taxes. And so you guys, stay encouraged. do not let others who, you know, don't see this convince you that you're crazy. No, you got plenty sense. Because at the end of the day, it just makes sense. And I can't wait to see all of y'all in Vegas, man. I tell you, we gonna really have a good time because we are the ones who got good sense. And we're gonna be in Vegas. We're gonna have a good time because we're gonna be thanking the Lord that he gave us enough sense and wisdom to recognize a good thing when we see it. So back to y'all. God bless.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well,
So
you
good.
dropped the mic, sis. You dropped the mic. So for those of you who are guests inside of the Zoom room, you've heard from Michelle, you've heard from Cynthia, you've heard from Pastor Mel. I came in on the beginning. Maybe you were here, maybe you wasn't. But what I want to say is that I am sitting right now in Columbia. I think I don't even know which one of these little towns I'm in now, but we started off at Cartagena and I'm in Boga Grande somewhere. But wherever I am, as my friend Tanya says, I may can't pronounce it, I may can't spell it,
but I'm here.
But I'm here. And I didn't pay retail. I was talking to Kathy today because some of our friends are going to Israel. And they're paying almost $4,000 a person. I wouldn't pay $4,000 to nobody. Do you know in Travorium, if you spend $4,000, you would get you can't even spend $4,000 because you're gonna spend $1,500 and get, even if you never go free, you're gonna get 3,000 points to go on multiple vacations. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. I just can no longer even phantom paying retail again, ever. And to be able to get these kind of prices, you know, to be able to stay in 5-star resorts. I mean, this place is amazing. And I mean, it really is, you know, short of they don't really speak English, but we in their country. I keep telling my friend, we in their country, we are in their country. So they don't have to speak English. We need to speak or figure it out. But we need this. How can you say I'm going to nations? This is what I tell my pastor friends and my friends of Christian friends. We quote all these scriptures and we say, we're going to the nations. How you going? How are you going? Because you can't go but once a year, maybe once every 5 years, if you paying $4,000 a pop. Because I know, you know, you just can't. And so we got to do better. And that's for all of us. We in over 60 countries in Travorium. We all have the same, our Pay Quicker card work over here, just like it worked in all the other 60 countries. And it translates into pesos. Man. So I just want you to know that, Cynthia, you ain't even got to worry about it. It translates on, Kathy been using hers faithfully, right? You ain't got to worry about your Pay Quicker card working if you decide to build a book of business. But at the end of the day, I just want to thank all the guests for coming on. I want to thank you, Pastor Mel, Cynthia. I'm gonna say Pastor Cynthia, Michelle, my dear friend, for coming on. No, I didn't have to come on here. I could have went to my room and chilled, but I am committed to this company. Let me tell you why. The more people that I can get in here to save some money and teach people how to make some money, because a lot of our people are not as fortunate as some of us. And I've been unemployed. I came in this business unemployed and broke. After working, I was one of the people Pastor Mel was talking about that worked for the government over 30 years and had to work 30 years before I started making 6 figures and got 8 weeks of vacation, right? And I was in this business 4 years, and I could go when I want, do what I want, eat what I want, drive what I want. And wasn't even trying, right? So I said to myself, I had to talk with myself since I even been here. If I become intentional, really, really intentional about building this, it's because I see my husband going one star ambassador, and he's going to be with the Lord. I see Cynthia going 1 star. They ain't going without me. Just like she said, I'm coming to get you, sis. I'm coming to get her. And I'm coming to get her. So I already know what I need to do. So as a guest, go ahead and get signed up. If you are contemplating and thinking about it, talk to someone, talk to one of us, and go ahead and get signed up. But quit throwing good money away. Michelle, you can't spend other people's money, but what you can do is all you can do is talk and speak and preach until the cows come home, because your family should not be dropping that kind of money and then coming home and got to borrow from you. Hello. Borrow from you, calling you mama, because they done spent all that money going someplace that they really couldn't afford to go. So I'm just too through. I am so glad. And since my children have been here, when they came to the resort, that we got them all signed in. And one thing that my son said to me, because a lot of times the young people, they like Airbnbs and condos and stuff like that. But he realized with having a child that he needed to be in a resort. So when he takes his child, he know now that this is where they need to be. You need to give your child the experience, your grandchildren the experience of being waited on hand and foot, and having activities and things for them. They have 2 pools. They have everything for these kids to do. They even got a play area for these kids to do. And one of the things that they did for me, and I'm going to close with this, is they moved my room, gave me a whole suite for my family. So I have a living room area. So when their kids come over, that's God, right? And they pay no more money. I'm right by the ocean. So I have an ocean view. But guess what? I'm right at the play area. I'm right at the kiddie pool area. So all my grandchildren have to do is go up the stairs or go around the corner, and I can look out the window and watch them play. Now you tell me that ain't God.
That's God. Favor.
They and Kathy said she could wave to me from her balcony. So it's just we just don't we need to live. Life is not promised to us. And we all got the same 24 hours, Pastor Mel. And I'm telling you, my life changed in 24 hours. My life that I knew for 40 years changed. That's right. In 24 hours when I lost my husband. And I intend to live and not die. I tell people he passed away. I didn't. Come on. And I like what I like. And I want to do what I want to do. And my husband told me, he said, I want to make sure that you have the quality of life and the lifestyle when I leave here that you had. Right. And I can say that I do. So God bless you. Thank you so much to all of our guests. We appreciate you. If you saw this on Facebook, get back with the person that invited you or put this on their wall. Touch somebody. Preach until they make a change and decide that this is something that people want to do. Pastor Mel Keys, back to you.
Well, Coach, on those words, I really don't have anything else to say besides happy birthday once again. Thank you for your powerful example. Elder Kathy, enjoy yours on tomorrow. The last time I saw you two ladies, you were dancing in Paris. So, yeah. So, Ambassador Cynthia, we love you. Elder Michelle, we love you. To everybody, you know what to do. Get with that person that invited you to see this. They were not trying to get anything from you. They were doing their best to get something to you. And the corner phrase from Coach Cynthia, make sure you got some sense. We'll see you tonight or tomorrow or the next day. God bless.
Good night. God bless.